They say silence is golden, but what if I told you that silence can break the strongest egos and dismantle the walls people build around themselves, brick by brick, without uttering a single word? In a world where everyone is clamoring to be heard and voices clash like swords in an endless battle, there's a hidden strength in choosing not to engage and holding back your words. This isn't just a tactic for winning arguments. It's a profound Stoic practice that transcends the noise and touches the very essence of who we are. Today we'll dive deep into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, where silence isn't merely the absence of sound, it's a powerful tool for personal transformation and reclaiming your inner peace. Stick with me, as what you're about to learn might just change your perspective on yourself and the world around you. Before we begin, if you find value in this, please share this video with someone who might benefit from it. If you appreciate what we're doing, the simplest favor you can do is hit subscribe. Every second of this video is designed to deepen your understanding of the silent power you possess, so make sure to watch until the end. Let's get started. Imagine stepping into a bustling public forum in ancient Rome, where debates are not just about sharing ideas but are spectacles of wit and verbal prowess. Amidst the storm of heated arguments, a Stoic philosopher stands calm in the chaos. Rather than diving into the fray, he opts for a different path. He remains silent. This isn't passivity. It's a deliberate choice that embodies the Stoic belief that sometimes the most powerful statement is silence itself. The Stoics, known for their focus on inner peace and rational thought, believed that not every provocation deserves a response. By holding his tongue, the philosopher doesn't show weakness but strength, demonstrating that one can choose not to be swept away by the emotional currents of disputes. Now, let's apply this concept to our modern lives. Consider everyday arguments that arise, perhaps during a team meeting or a discussion at home. What if, instead of reacting hastily or escalating tensions, we pause to reflect? This moment of silence isn't about ignoring the issue. It's about creating space for clarity and calm. It allows everyone involved to cool down and approach the situation with a composed mindset. Embracing silence in conflict can transform relationships, shifting the dynamic from confrontation to contemplation. It encourages all parties to think not just about their next words, but about the impact those words might have. Silence can break the cycle of reactive responses that often do more harm than good. This doesn't mean avoiding necessary conversations or suppressing feelings. Instead, it's about choosing when and how to engage wisely. By incorporating moments of thoughtful silence into our interactions, we cultivate a more respectful and effective way of communicating. We learn that not every silence is empty, it can be full of purpose and potential. This powerful lesson from the Stoics is timeless, a reminder that sometimes the loudest message comes from our unspoken words. Picture yourself at a silent retreat nestled in a lush forest or by a serene lakeside, with only the gentle rustle of leaves and distant bird calls. In such tranquility, the absence of constant noise allows for deep introspection and self-discovery. The silence here transforms into a vehicle for personal growth. The Stoics recognize this potential, advocating for periods of silence to foster inner peace and mental clarity, essential tools for building resilience and wisdom. This practice isn't just about isolating oneself from external chaos. It's about exploring the depths of our inner selves. In silence, we confront our thoughts without distractions, clarifying and sifting through the noise of daily life. Questions like, what are my true desires? And what fears hold me back? Can surface, finding resolution in the clarity silence provides. Regularly engaging in this introspective silence leads to greater emotional stability. As we cultivate peace within, our ability to remain calm and composed during stressful situations improves significantly. Embracing silence can also cultivate a wisdom that is proactive rather than reactive. Stoicism teaches us that the wise are not those who know many facts, but those who understand how to maintain tranquility. By making silence a part of our lives, we train ourselves to face life's challenges with poise and consideration. Now picture two friends caught in a heated discussion about a contentious issue. As the conversation intensifies, one friend, guided by Stoic principles, decides to remain silent. This choice does something unexpected and powerful. It acts as a mirror for the other friend. In that silence, the ranting friend begins to hear their own words echo back, unchallenged by counter-arguments. This quiet reflection leads to self-recognition of the gaps or extremes in their arguments. This moment is transformative, not just a pause in conversation, but a pause for introspection. Silence evolves from the mere absence of noise into a dynamic force, granting the speaker the chance to truly listen to themselves. They begin to hear their tone, consider their words, and confront their own biases. When we choose silence, we're not just withholding our thoughts. We're giving others the space to engage with their own thoughts. This reflective mirror offered by silence isn't passive, it's active, encouraging deeper engagement. The next time you find yourself in a spirited debate, consider what might happen if you respond with thoughtful silence. Could it bridge gaps in understanding or provide a necessary moment for reflection? Engaging with silence can open new avenues for connection in our increasingly noisy world. While silence is often celebrated for its strength, it carries complexities that can lead to misunderstandings and resentment if not navigated carefully. Imagine two friends where one's prolonged silence is perceived not as contemplation, but as indifference. This scenario highlights the delicate balance needed to effectively using silence in relationships. Silence, when misapplied, can become a void filled with the anxieties and assumptions of others. In our friend's story, one may have intended silence as a peaceful respite, but without context, the other perceives it as neglect. Over time, this misinterpretation can cool affections and burden the relationship with unspoken grievances. This underscores the importance of timing and context in silence. It's not just the absence of speech, it's a form of communication that can speak volumes. Knowing when to be silent is as crucial as knowing when to speak. For instance, choosing silence in a heated argument can signify self-control and respect, allowing all parties to cool down. Conversely, remaining silent when a friend seeks support can alienate and harm the relationship. The effectiveness of silence must be complemented by empathy and clear communication. Ensure that periods of silence aren't perceived as withdrawal, but understood as thoughtful pauses. Prefacing a silence with an explanation like, "I need time to think this over. Let's revisit this tomorrow," helps clarify intentions. This way, silence becomes a tool for understanding rather than confusion, fostering deeper connections built on mutual respect. Mastering the art of silence is not merely about knowing when not to speak. It's about embedding quietude into your daily life to enhance mindfulness, reduce stress, and deepen self-awareness. By integrating silence, you can transform ordinary moments into opportunities for growth and tranquility. Following Stoic philosophy, one practice is to introduce mindful pauses during conversations. Before responding, take a moment to reflect on what has been said. This pause allows you to gather your thoughts and respond thoughtfully, leading to less impulsive communication. As Epictetus advised, don't be hurried in your speech or involved in unnecessary things. Consider establishing specific hours at home for silence, creating a sanctuary for all household members. Engage in quiet activities like reading or meditating. This practice cultivates a calm environment and reinforces the value of reflection. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, people seek retreats in the countryside or by the coast. There is no better retreat than one's own mind. Turn your daily commutes into periods of silence. Instead of filling this time with calls or music, sit quietly, observing your surroundings and allowing your thoughts to flow. This practice can mentally prepare you for the day ahead or help you unwind afterward. Regularly scheduled walks in nature in silence. This exercise is not only physically beneficial, but provides a chance to connect with the environment. Observing nature's quiet yet vibrant existence can be incredibly grounding. Additionally, commit to digital detox by setting aside devices, enjoying the silence that comes with disconnection, and allowing yourself to focus on introspection. Through these practices, silence becomes more than a momentary pause. It evolves into a lifestyle choice that enhances your capacity for introspection, patience, and tranquility. Each step, rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages a life where silence is not just practiced but lived, allowing you to engage with the world and yourself in a deeper, more peaceful manner. In personal relationships, silence can be a profound tool for healing and guidance, aligning well with Stoic principles that emphasize self-control to improve interpersonal dynamics. Imagine a situation where, during a heated exchange, one person chooses to embrace a moment of silence instead of reacting. This pause becomes a space for reflection, allowing for a more empathetic and understanding response. This approach to communication, choosing reflection over reaction, can deeply impact the quality of personal connections. By pausing to consider their partner's words carefully, individuals demonstrate respect and consideration, fostering a supportive relationship environment. This interaction encourages both parties to approach conversations with thoughtfulness and care. Furthermore, embracing silence can help partners avoid escalating conflicts. Often, it's not just what is said, but how it's conveyed that can inflame tensions. Silence helps break the cycle of rapid emotional exchanges, providing a cooling-off period for more constructive dialogue. As we wrap up this discussion on Stoicism and the silent power it holds, consider how you can incorporate moments of silence into your life, not as a retreat, but as a tool for strength, resilience, and understanding. Embrace the tranquility it offers, not only to improve your sense of self, but to foster healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Thank you for watching.